Good morning, readers. Welcome to our third mini lesson for our online learning. Today I will post our mini lesson at 10:15 to our Edmodo site. I'm going to show you a tool in just a few minutes that you're going to use while you're reading today. You might remember this tool from class. It's a chart with character traits. And so for today's thinking work as you're reading on Epic, that's what I want you to be doing. I want you to be thinking about your characters, noticing what they are saying and doing in order to name their traits. And that's something that we've done a lot in class, and you guys are really good at it. So I hope you enjoy doing that thinking work today. We're going to use chapter 2 of Because of Winn-Dixie today to practice that work. I'll show you how I do it with Winn-Dixie, the dog, and then you'll have a chance to try it out with Opal. So I chose this part in chapter 2 where the dog first meets the preacher. So Winn-Dixie grinned and sneezed, and then he came limping up the steps and into the trailer, and he put his head right in the preacher's lap, right on top of a pile of papers. I already thought, wow, that is so sweet of the dog. I think the dog is really friendly. I think the dog is smart because he's trying to get the preacher to like him by putting his head right in his lap. I think the dog is like a people person, right? And he's friendly and sweet. And if I went to the chart, right, I could push myself to name even more traits for Winn-Dixie. So let's try that out with Opal. Let's try that out in another part where Opal's talking to her dad, the preacher, and it says, "Finally, the preacher looked up at me. 'Opal,' he said, 'what are you talking about?' 'I found a dog,' I told him, 'and I want to keep him.' 'No dogs,' the preacher said. 'We've talked about this before. You don't need a dog.' 'I know it,' I said. 'I know I don't need a dog, but this dog needs me.' 'Look,' I said, and I went to the trailer door and I hollered, 'Winn-Dixie!' So I want you to take a moment right now. I want you to think about what Opal is doing and saying with Dad. And I'm going to show you right now how you can find the character trait chart. So if you go to your Edmodo, right, and you go to your classes, and this is our class, you can go to folders. And in folders, right, where you found like math games, you can also find reading tools. And in the reading tool section, you'll see character traits. And so right now, I want you to go ahead and be thinking, right, based on what Opal was saying and doing in that section of chapter 2, right, what character traits would you assign to Opal? And I'm going to be thinking too. This is one that I might say that Opal is. She's a little bossy based on how she's talking to Dad. She also seems to be assertive and brave, right? To be bringing this dog home, even though she knows Dad doesn't want it. Maybe courageous. I also think she's independent, right? She's doing this on her own and telling her dad that she needs a dog. So I want you to use this chart. Again, it is in your folders. It's in your reading tool folder, and it's called Character Traits by Category. So, readers, as you go off and read today, that is what you're going to be doing. I want you to be thinking about your characters, what they say, what they do, and I want you to be naming those traits. Okay. Good luck. See you soon.